Hi, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot, and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Pisces might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for the last 10 days of April 2020, keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless. So whether you come across this reading right after I upload, a week, month, or even a year or so from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you will find a message for you within the reading. And keep in mind that this is just a generalized reading. It encompasses the entire sun sign of Pisces. If you feel like it doesn't quite resonate with you, take what does resonate with you, disregard the rest. And if you know your other planetary placements, then you can listen to those sun signs as well for additional messages. Okay, so let's go ahead and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Pisces and ask our angels, guides, and ancestors for any love messages for Pisces for the last 10 days of April 2020. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Pisces for the last 10 days of April 2020? Spirit, what love messages do you have for Pisces for the last 10 days of April 2020? Spirit, what love messages do you have for Pisces for the last 10 days of April 2020? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and divide these into 3 stacks. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. So, the card on the bottom of the deck is the Lovers. All right, this card is going to be the overall energy for this reading, and as we go through the spread, I'm going to show you how the cats are fighting down here. I'm going to show you how this card is going to relate to the other cards that come up in this reading. All right, now for those of you who are new here, I do 4 rows. The first row is representing you, what you may have recently been going through, things that are currently going on that you're dealing with right now, and people, places, and situations that are coming towards you. The second column is the same thing, only it's for your beloved, your intended twin flame, soulmate, karmic partner, divine counterpart, whoever is the person that you are thinking of the most when you wake up in the morning, and the last person you think of when you go to sleep at night. The third column is about obstacles and challenges, fears and anxieties. Okay. And the last column, let me move this out of the way a little bit, is outcome. Okay. All right. So, hold on. Sorry, I dropped like 2 of them. So I'm going to place both of them down here. It's the Fool as well as Justice. Okay. All right. Now, I just laid out 4 columns with intending to put 2 cards in each row. The last row has 3, but I'm going to do this 2 more times and for a grand total of 24 cards. By the time we get to the end, we should have a pretty good little storyline. So with the King of Cups, this being you, Pisces, you are you are in your element. Okay. About to sneeze, sorry. I had coronavirus already, like back around Mardi Gras time. I'm good now, but it's the pollen that's about to get me. It's worse than the coronavirus. All right, so this King of Cups represents you. You are in your element and have mastered most of the things in your life that you need to. You are sensitive, loving, you're compassionate, you are bold, you are able to give all the things that represent this King of Cups in your love life and other areas in your life. You've had hurt before. You've been involved in love situations where maybe you were taken advantage of with your good nature. You have moved away from that, and you're seeking out something better in life. You're feeling, with the swords, you're always talking about a little bit of hurt and a little bit of things like that that really bother you. Hey, kitty cat. All right. Come here, kitty kitty. Want to say hello? Come here. Come here. No, he doesn't want to. All right. So now she wants to come up here in my lap again. All right. That's her jumping up there on the little bed. All right, so you're going to be moving away from all of these things from your past. You've learned your lessons. You have decided what is most important to you, and you're going to make this happen. Okay, so when you get to your partner, well, we have the devil, all right, and we have this Two of Cups, and this is the situation you're longing for with your partner. And this is the situation you were dealing with your partner. So your partner may have put you in a position where it was like toxic or a codependent type relationship. I really swear I'm about to sneeze here. Okay, and it's what you need most of all is the type of loving relationship that this Two of Cups represents. That sense of reciprocity, that equalness. Even though there will always be one person that is the leader in a relationship, the other person is not devalued. They aren't thought of as lesser. You are equal yet different, and that is the type of relationship that you are seeking, and not one where there's always one person doing the giving and the giving and the giving. When you have the Lovers and you have the Two of Cups, they're very, very similar. Right here you have two lovers, and they're coming together, and of course they're different backgrounds, different cultures, different lands, different states, whatever, and they're going to try to make it work, and there's always going to be some struggles, there's always going to be some differences. But when you have the Two of Cups with this card, this shows me that it's something that you will be able to come to terms with each other and find a solution that's benevolent to both people involved. All right, so your obstacles and your challenges are making sure that you can leave behind whatever it was you left behind and your past, and not carry that with you. Don't carry that hurt with you anymore at all. And this, what you've been doing with your personal life, whether it is your work, because this talks about doing work, doing your best, making your best effort. You have a mastery of your skills, and this also is causing you to have a lot of attention drawn to yourself. And not that you're particularly egotistical, but everyone loves to have that attention when they've done a good job, and to be rewarded for that. So don't let your ego overshadow the other work that you need to do, because when you don't leave these things behind, it will begin to interfere with this. Okay, so when you put this behind you, when you put all this hurt behind you, you are going to find that all this work that you put into everything will show in your personal life as well. All right, so we had these three cards. The Justice card fell out, but we had the Fool and the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands talks about, you've put in all that effort that the Eight of Wands was talking about, and now you're waiting for your ship to come in. You have you've done all of the things that you need to do that are necessary as far as your career, as far as your personal life, and now you're waiting for that one true love of your life to enter. And when you do, you will find that the Fool pretty much is like a brand new beginning. It makes you feel perfect and brand new. Stop it, kitty cat. He's trying to turn my little typo over here. All right. So, yeah, there's 3 cats in here, and they've just come in. All right. They go outside to potty. They just come in, and they're like running around trying to get snuggled in for the night. It's like midnight here. Okay, so anyway, we have this Fool, and you will be starting brand new again. You'll start to feel that when you have this new relationship, it's going to be one like no other relationship you've had before, and it's going to be like you've never even been in a relationship before. It's going to be like. All the other was just practice, or you'll be thinking to yourself, what was that about? Because this relationship is exactly what it needs. Now, this justice card is falling out. It may have to do with the legal justice system. It could have to do with Libra. It could have to do with making those decisions like, do I stay in the same town? Do I move to a different town? Do I start this relationship? Do I continue to stay on my own for a while? It could be decisions like that as well. And I'm sure you will find the best decision for yourself as well as all of those that are involved. Okay, so in your column we have Death as well as the 2 of Swords. In your partner's column we have the Ace of Cups as well as the Sun. Your obstacles and challenges are the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands. And in the outcome we have the 5 of Wands and the King of Swords. Okay, little bit of stuff going on here. So yes, definitely the situation that you've moved away from, it's over and done. There's no going back. Rarely and occasionally after a relationship has ended so much, especially when you have the Devil card in your partner's column, when it's been very toxic or something like that, there's no going back. Sometimes with the Judgment card, not Justice, but the Judgment card, you will see the angel blowing their trumpets, and you'll see the lovers coming up out of the grave, and there is a resurrection of that love situation. But I don't see one yet, but we still got 8 more cards to lay out in just a few minutes. But yeah, you walked away from that situation, and for all intents and purposes, the relationship is over. So that 10 of Wands that you're carrying around with you represents that hurt and that anxiety from ending that relationship, or whatever it is that your partner may have put you through. You have to learn to be able to put that down. The 2 of Swords talks exactly about that. Again, this is new moon in Libra, so this is like a new emotion and a new feeling that you're having. You are coming to terms with things and able to see them exactly for what they are, instead of blindly, when they say that love is blind, a lot of times we overlook someone else's faults so much so that it ends up damaging us. And now you are able to see the relationship exactly for what it was, and put it behind you and move on, like your 6 of Swords suggests. With your partner, where there is the Sun and there is the Ace of Cups, which speaks to me that there quite possibly, more than likely, is a new love that's going to be entering your life, especially with the Lovers card that we drew at the beginning for your overall energy. And the Sun talks about new beginnings, it talks about growth, it talks about luck, it talks about prosperity, new beginnings. And combined with this Ace of Cups means that there would be such a feeling of joy and love for each other that it would overflow into all aspects of your life. Okay, so that would kind of balance out this work life that you have over here that's in your obstacles and challenges, where you may be working so hard that you're not paying attention to other areas of your life as much as you should. Okay, so in your obstacles and challenges, now we have the Page of Wands as well as the Page of Swords. So you may have some communications coming in. Page of Wands is fire, Page of Swords is air signs. This, I swear I'm about to sneeze. I'm so sorry if I keep like squirming my face around. I'm in a camper in the swamp outside New Orleans, social distancing. And I just walked out there just a little while ago to get the kitty cats in for the night. And now I feel like I'm going to be sneezing everywhere. Everything is in bloom right now. All right. So this tells me this, with the obstacles and challenges, this could be some news that's maybe a little bit of a roadblock for you. These could be things that are crossing your path. When it's on top of this card, this 8 of things, it could have something to do with your career. Maybe maybe you are being faced with new opportunities and you are deciding which direction it is you want to go. Now, yeah, that's only something that you can decide with that. This is just a tarot reading and it's just for entertainment purposes only. But, you can use the cards not as a fortune teller, but to tell you about the energies that are coming in. So you can make the best use of them when these things do happen and occur in your life. Well, the King of Swords talks about, again, talking about making those decisions, using your head over your heart, not being blind to situations. And listen, guys, there is a train that is about, 10 tracks are about a quarter of a mile from here. So when it comes through, it is so loud that sometimes the mic picks it up as if it's like right here in this little room here. So here comes the train. I'll let you guys hear it. See it? Pretty loud. Maybe you can still hear me. I'll talk over it. All right. So when you have the 5 of Wands, this talks about, petty jealousies, petty arguments, things that are being brought up that are off topic, that really don't have anything to do with the things that are going on in your life. And here you are as the King of Swords, not tolerating it, not entertaining it, cutting them off at the knees, basically, because yeah, with this Judgment card just prior to that, you're not allowing anything to come in and interfere with the path that you're on. Your career is stable. You have a name for yourself, most likely, and you have you have people that admire you, and you just don't. The thing that's missing in your life most is love right here. Okay, so you're missing this. Of course, you don't need another person to complete you, but if you are on that twin flame journey, if you have a person that you were really attracted to and at some point the two of you separated for whatever reason, either it wasn't the correct time for the two of you to be together, a lot of times you have a glimpse of this person and then later on they'll re-enter your life and you can make things happen. There are other people who are going to cause distractions and maybe not like the fact that you're moving on. This could be an ex-partner that's stepping in when you are going to move forward with this new love that's coming into your life. Okay, right there. And a lot of times that person comes around again, and even though they may have moved on or has a new partner themselves, they feel like they don't want you to have somebody else, because in their mind you've been their little safe place. You've always been somebody who's on the back burner, especially the ones that want to just be friends. Okay, generally if you are like truly madly deeply in love with somebody, you don't want to be friends with them after a breakup. Now, if you have children, that's a completely different story, and you have to be civil and trade weekends and children and all these things going on. So, but if it's just an ex that you really don't have that type of blood ties with, then there's no reason to continue being friends with them. If you feel like you still need to be friends, and you probably shouldn't have broken up in the first place and worked out whatever problem you had. Okay, so this pettiness and these little things where they come around and try to disrupt your life as you're moving on, you're not going to put up with that at all. All right, so we're on the last set of 2 cards here. And so for you, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and that's lovely, and the Page of Cups. Your partner, we have the Queen of Swords and the 4 of Cups. Your obstacles and challenges are Temperance, as well as the Ten of Cups. And your outcome is the Ace of Wands and the Hanged Man. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead, just because it ends on the Hanged Man, I'm going to go ahead and just pull 2 more cards. So we have Chariot and the, I'm sorry, dropped one. And I dropped that one too, but that was the Knight of Swords that I dropped. So every time I drop one, I'm just going to draw another one. So I've got the Knight of Wands. All right, so here we go. So in your column with the Ace of Pentacles, yes, your career is really shining through. This is affording you the opportunity, Pisces, you as this Page of Cups, that you can communicate with this new love that comes into your life, that you are stable, that you do have, that you're solid in your foundation, that if you're a man, you're a good provider. If you're a female, you are there as a supportive role. And even some relationships, the female is the more dominant one. And in that case, then you, as a female, you would be a wonderful and excellent provider. All right, so you're able to communicate this with this new person that's coming into your life. Again, it very possibly could be an air sign, the Queen of Swords, big time Libra, big time air energy here. So you could have Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius coming around. And they are someone that has had love in their life. They've had opportunities in their life. They've had relationships before, but none of them were as satisfying as the prospect of being with you. When they see you, they see love and they see that new opportunity. They see someone who views them as just as important. They see that you see they are just as important as you are important to them. Okay. All right. So in your obstacles and challenges, you're thinking about a future with this person. You're thinking that this person could complete the idea of you and family and that unification that it takes in order to look forward to the future. Again, you had the Lovers. All right. You had that. Where did the Two of Cups go? All right, and there you had it. Wherever it is. I'm having trouble finding it. I have so many cards out here. So we had that Two of Cups. So these cards are all very similar here. You have Temperance with 2 cups. You have your Lovers, and then you have the same 2 Lovers with 2 cups here. So this is the prospect that you have with your new person, is that it is going to take that balance. That it will take that give and take here. You will be able to find that balance with this new love that's coming into your life, okay? All right, so that was long and winded, wasn't it? All right, so in your outcome, we have the Hanged Man as well as the Ace of Wands. So, you know, if you don't move forward, if you don't speak up to this person, if you don't become that Page of Swords and let it know that this person is important to you in some way, you're going to remain stuck because you're going to feel a lot of that Four of Cups energy. You're going to be unsatisfied with all the things that are being presented to you. You do have a very strong physical and sexual attraction to this, I'm sorry, I'm about to sneeze, to this person that's coming into your life. Okay, I'm trying so hard not to sneeze. All right. Yeah. So we have this situation where you're attracted to them, but you don't want to speak up. You're kind of being cautious. You've been hurt before. You want to move forward. Do you want to take that chance again? You know, so the next 2 cards are the Chariot, and we're going to end this reading with the Knight of Wands. So, of course, you know, this Chariot means that you want to move forward. You've made the decision that this is what you're going to do and that you're going to find a way to get there, even though this kind of goes hand in hand with that Hanged Man, because you see these little sphinxes are sitting still. They're not moving. It's like when you get in your car and you turn the key and you're ready to go and the car won't start. So he's in this chariot and he's raring to go and he's really ready to go. But, you know, there's something that's holding him back. With the black and the white, these are like, you know, opposing ideas. You're afraid to move forward. You want to move forward. You're afraid to move forward. Do I move forward? Do I not move forward? You know, am I making the right decision? Am I not making the right decision? But you will decide by the end of April exactly what it is you want to do, and you're going to pursue it. I like this Knight of Wands, this warrior here. He sees what he wants, knows what he wants, and he goes for it. All right, so that is your reading for the last 10 days of April 2020, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I will see you here soon in a couple of days for your May reading. And I just wanted to tell you guys thank you so much for all of your comments, likes, subscribes, and shares. And to those of you who have so very generously donated, thank you so very much for that. I really appreciate it. And I know how hard it is right now with everyone's financial situations, with all that's going on globally at the moment. And I just want to tell you, you know, don't feel like you have to do that. If you would like to support my channel, thank you, and I appreciate that. If you want to and you can't afford to, you guys can always just watch the just watch the commercials. That helps a lot, and it enables me to be able to stay in YouTube's algorithms, and it enables me to continue to be here on this channel and to continue making these videos for you. Now, I'm also going to be doing a giveaway, which I will make another post about pretty soon, and I think you guys will like it a lot. All right, so good night. It's after midnight. Bye-bye. Love you.